one small thing.
Yeah.
When you bring me out, can you introduce me as Joker?
The word masterpiece is thrown around quite a lot nowadays, but if you want a one-word definition of Todd Phillips' dark origin tale, this word fits the bill. Joker is a flooring piece of comic book-inspired cinema that is indebted to Martin Scorsese, most notably the king of comedy and Taxi Driver, with the destiny to likewise become a future classic in the same vein as Fight Club. Joker is sometimes subtle and other times a sledgehammer blow, and Phillips and Scott Silver's screenplay dares to venture where most will not. Some will be sickened, some will be inspired to discuss, and some may even notice truths. This is why art in general is so fascinating. And make no mistake about it, with its harrowing portrayal of mental illness, an uncaring world, corporate coldness and snobbery, and violent societal anarchy resulting from gaping divisions, Joker is a piece of challenging, exceptional and compelling art. As for the controversy, it's inflated but understandable. This film presents one of the most realistic depictions of high society and lost humanity in some time, and perhaps it's the fact that the film turns a cracked mirror on our separated world and us that has made people uncomfortable and angry. We think ourselves so improved and enlightened, but cannot even be trusted to discuss a movie without anger, moral panic and fear. Joker is a frightening watch sometimes, but the scariest part is that this twisted tale of brittle humanity, pummeled to the point that it all disintegrates away, is entirely appropriate of our era. Like Breaking Bad with Bryan Cranston's Walter White, your sympathies for Phoenix as Arthur are challenged by the growing levels of criminality he comes to commit, but this is a heartbreaking and powerful drama that, far from making its legendary comic book figure an incel icon or hero, uses the character to tell a relevant story of an innocent but damaged person continuously pushed past an area of no return. There has to be a moment where too far is too far and darkness prevails, and if we facilitate that internal takeover through our apathy, then where will it end? This is a serious statement on a failing system, mental health, and its destructively shattering power. Phillips's direction feels uncompromising as he never ceases to bring all these issues to the screen, and even when risking offence and revulsion, pushes forward. Lawrence Sherr's cinematography is beautiful in its depiction of savagery and desperation, and the closing scenes especially are absolutely sublime. The setting is brilliantly captured, and the grit of a crime-infested and desperate Gotham is displayed in full, contrasting wonderfully with the colourful razzmatazz of the Murray Franklin TV show that plays an increasing role on this story. The engrossing score is almost like a horror soundtrack in its haunting quality that seems to creep up on you, and it just chills the blood, complementing the film exceptionally and nicely sitting next to a plethora of song choices that fit in perfectly. Joaquin Phoenix allows every pore of his being to be filled with the character in a true transformation, and you often forget you're watching an actor, especially come the incendiary final act and statement that sees Arthur well and truly taken over by the Joker. His look feels traditional yet radical, and his mannerisms are disturbing and display a rising to the surface of simmering inner conflict. Phoenix's laugh, crucial to the script and character, comes to fade in its frequency, and in the process resemble a screeching, disturbing death cry of the soul within, and it all really lingers with you. This is an incredible actor with few equals at work, and his sympathetic, troubled and violent tour de force performance is one that will, like Heath Ledger and many other Jokers for that matter, surely stand the test of time in movie history. And there is some excellent support by Robert De Niro as talk show host Murray Franklin, and Deadpool 2's Zazie Beetz as neighbour Sophie Dumond, who offers an important edge to the narrative, as does American Horror Story's Frances Conroy as Penny, Arthur's frail mother. Although perhaps the most startling is Brett Cullen as a very different and wickedly timely take on Thomas Wayne, who encapsulates this and our own era's societal fractures. Joker offers a sense of dread, horror and uncomfortable catharsis in showing the extreme ugliness of mental illness and dangers of social disregard. One of the first shots of Arthur at work spinning an everything must go sign truly forbids, because come a certain point in the film, and especially at the very apex of it, everything has. This is seriously staggering stuff, which will enjoy a reputation in the future as an important moment in mainstream cinema and the comic book genre, and if Phoenix doesn't get that Oscar, God only knows what else it could possibly take.